Exchange gain or exchange loss? We've got to make this number go to this number. So we're getting more negative, so it has to be a loss. Of 2. Okay, so now we can go back to our income statement. And we can put in our little loss. So exchange loss was -2, so net income is -8. Sorry, that's a little squished, you guys. Does it make sense? No, you got to do the balance sheet. Whoops, I'm doing the wrong one here. So let's go to your balance sheet. And you guys go over it again, look at it. If you got any questions, let me know. Okay, with this one, we have to go back to the balance sheet and do all the calculations. Now, I'm going to let you do that. The only one I want to talk about is these assets here. It's been PCT and FCT next up, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so let's look at our assets here and figure out the values. Started at 4 million. But we took away depreciation. And how much was our depreciation? We calculated in bullet 1. We said it was 400 per year. Well, how many years have we depreciated it? Year 2, year 3, year 4. So I'm just going to put it up here. 400 times 3 is 1,200. So that equals 2,800. So I'm just going to summarize it down here, you guys. So asset 1 equals 2,800, which equals some number that I didn't calculate separately. Good for me. So, if that's asset 1, sorry? Oh, it's 210? Thank you. If that's assets 1 and there's 7,900 in the total, how much is asset 2 going to be? Well, 7,900 minus 2,800 is 5,100. Or you can actually do that minus and it'll work out. So try it both ways. But asset 2 is 5,100 times 0.062. And again, if someone could tell me what that number is. 316. So together, hopefully they add to 526, because that's what I got. And that's the amount that will go over here. Okay? So what you're going to do to finish is just multiply across. We don't know retained earnings. However, we do know the total assets have to be equal, right? These two numbers have to be equal, so you're going to fill in the blank for retained earnings. Okay? just so you know, and again, I'll finish this and put it up, but you should end up, okay? So I'm going to leave the second part, the PCT, because really it's pretty straightforward. I just want to do this multiple choice one because it is one of those weird questions that asks you or gives you specific dates. Okay? Okay, so finish that off. I'll finish this off and scan it after I get home because our printer's broken. It's been 3 weeks now here, so. And I'll put it up tonight along with this. Oh, you don't need to see this one. Somewhere I made your copy. Okay, so this is the multiple choice from Connect, and it's confusing dates and a few transactions. So I'm going to go through this, and then you can calculate the gain. So I want to first do some T accounts. So I want to do cash, net equipment, inventory, sales, cost of goods sold, depreciation expense, and dividends. You don't need to do these T accounts for this, but I find it helps if students get stuck. So basically, you're going to post the few entries that this company has done. Okay? So, self-staining subsidiary, what does that mean? What are we going to use? PCT, excellent. So, they did all this stuff. Euro. First they had 500,000 in cash, so there we go. January 1st, they used 100,000 to purchase equipment. So 100,000 to purchase equipment. Everybody good? Then what did they do? Oh, it is really hard to read. Then they purchased inventory. So 80,000 and inventory. Then they sold it for 120,000 cash. So that means we had a sale. And inventory and cost of goods sold. Should use different colors. Okay, then, oh, sorry you guys. Cash dividends, 15,000. Dividends. And then depreciation for 20,000. Depreciation. And so net equipment is here. And I just used net equipment to make it faster. Could have used accumulated depreciation if you wanted. Balances are 425,000. Net equipment is 80,000. Inventory is 0. Sales, dividends, depreciation, cost of goods sold, they're all the same. Okay, so what we need to do is they want to know what's the foreign exchange gain or loss. And we're using PCT. So if you're referring to your notes, that is on page So we are going to start with beginning, and notice it's net assets, not monetary. It's all the assets minus the liabilities. So what is our beginning net assets? Well, we've got cash at $425. Beginning, sorry, what do we have at the beginning? 500,000, that's it. Sorry about that, you guys. And you have to look for the specific dates. So this is 1.48 because it's January 1st, year 5. That equals 740. Then we add changes in assets. Notice how it's different. The other one was changes in cash because it was all about monetary. This is all the assets and liabilities. We don't care about what kind. So we've got sales of 120,000. It happened on some date that I cannot read. I'm sorry, and I want to get this done for you. But it should be times 1. May 29th, we made the sale. We also recorded cost of goods sold on the same date. So 80,000, and it's negative because it's an expense, times 1.53. Okay, then we've got depreciation. We include it in PCT. That is one big difference. The reason is it attaches to capital assets, which are included in net assets. They're non-monetary though. So depreciation was 20,000. Now, how does depreciation work again with PCT? Sorry? When does stuff depreciate? Every day, so we can use an average rate. So depreciation is 1.52, and that is average. Then you get the dividend, and it's always when it's declared, and that's 1.54. So I'm going to let you fill those numbers in. You end up at 747,700. And then we have to go, what are your ending net assets? And your ending net assets are the ending balances, which I was trying to do earlier, and 8. That's it. And it's the end of year 5, so it's times 1.56, which equals 787,800. So the key thing is, do we have a gain? Do we have to make this number go up to get to here or down? Up by 40,100, and so it is a gain, and that would be CI and then AOCI. So those two questions are about, okay? So look over them, watch the video, see if it makes sense, and if you got any questions, you guys, please let me know, okay? This weekend, I'll post up the information about the midterm, and yeah, good luck, you guys. Always email me if you got questions, or we can set up a WebEx.